Street Impact, we back again. Yes, we back again live. It's me again. What we got? We got a very special guest with us today. We got my friend Drew.
Hey everybody, I'm Andrew Robinson.
Andrew Robinson. Check this out. I don't know if you guys watched his clip on Channel 3 last week, but I did, and I got a chance to look at it, and I thought about it. There was some very powerful information that he shared on Channel 3. It was about expungement. Everybody in our community either have a family member or they either know somebody that has a criminal record. I wouldn't dare go into his background. I don't care about his background because we all know who we were 15 years ago is not who we are today. So he wanted to change his life, and that's what he did. So I thought the information was so powerful that he needed to come on the streets and let my followers at Street Impact know what's the proper procedure, what it takes, what we need to do. So enough of me. I'm gonna go ahead and let him introduce himself again and tell me a little bit about himself, and then we're gonna jump in straight into the questions that I have for him. Go ahead, sir.
Well, again, my name is Andrew Robinson. I'm a native Washingtonian. That means I'm from Washington, D.C. I moved down to Memphis, Tennessee in 1989. The crazy thing about it is that I had an accident when I came down here. And so when I go back up to D.C., they say, where you from? And so it's kind of hit and miss.
Right.
And so, but I'm enjoying myself. And thank you for inviting me here on Street Impact.
Most definitely, and I'm very honored to take you took the time out your busy schedule to be with me and to be with the followers with this powerful information. Now, I told them it's about expungement. Would you go ahead and just tell them what expungement is? Because some people don't even probably even know what that is.
Well, expungement is clearing of certain items on your background, your record. A lot of the misdemeanors can be expunged. We're working on some felonies. The violent felonies, yeah, but regular felonies, we try to work on those to get everybody, have a chance of living a better life.
Right. It's those certain criminal classes. Like I know you have Class A felon, Class B. Is it certain classes that you have to fall up under, or what?
I'm not quite sure about that. Okay. But Howdy Coon, the criminal court clerk, when you come down there to the expungement, they'll let you know what you can get expungement for and what you cannot.
Okay, could you tell me just a little bit of the qualifications that you might have for that?
Yeah. Well, the first thing is I would do is no matter what you have going on in your life, if it's a felony or misdemeanor, I would definitely go down there just to see where you stand. Talk to the people. They're there to help you, to work with you. We have job opportunities there. They have other opportunities to help you in other ways as well.
That's most important, the job, because we have to be able to take care of ourselves and feed ourselves. Because it doesn't matter what you did. When I clear my record, I still got to be able to get a job. And we know with a background, it can stop you from getting a job. Mm-hmm. It can stop you from living certain places. And also, and the most important, it can stop you from voting. Mm-hmm. With this very important election coming up, that's important.
Oh yes.
Now let me ask you this: with that, what was it a cost? A certain cost or anything?
Well, what I was told is that it's free, but if you have
free. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah. He said our favorite word, free. Come on, let's talk about that. But go ahead.
Well, if you have a fine, sorry, you have to pay the fine.
Of course.
But in general, go down there. Just like I say, always go down there, see where you stand. If you have a fine to pay, like I said, or if you don't, always go down there to see where you stand.
Now let me ask you this: when you did the expungement, did it automatically give you your voting rights back, or was it a different process that you had to go through?
Well, I never had my voting rights taken away.
Oh, you lucky! Oh, you lucky, sir. But do you know anything about that though?
I do not.
Okay. Okay.
Again, go down there, see where you stand,
and
then go from there. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me ask you this: do you know certain things that doesn't qualify?
Well, I know that the real serious crimes, those are the felonies, the big felonies. I know like murder, robbery, stuff like that. But even though you may have those things on your record,
still check it out.
You may have a misdemeanor on there that's stopping you. The felony may not stop you, but the misdemeanor may stop you.
Okay, like tell my followers, like what is besides? Okay, once you go down there, just give me a little bit about the procedure. Once you go down there, you talk to somebody. You have to go online. You have to fill out some paperwork. Just give me a little bit of the steps, so because they don't like to do a lot of work. So just go. Could you run through that just a little bit?
Well, mine was years ago, but in general, you go down there and you sit in front of a lady or man, and they'll go. They have a computer there.
Mm-hmm.
They go over, saying your ID, what's on your record, and see what we can do to help you. So, like I said, a lot of people are scared to take the first step.
So they are.
Mm-hmm.
They are. So they're actually willing to help.
Yes.
They want to help the
Yes.
people get okay. And I like that. I like that. Let me see. What made you want to do? What made you want to get in this punishment?
Well, sometimes life hits just out of your head, and it keeps beating you up. And so, all of a sudden, this bright idea came to me, and the opportunity came.
Yes.
And expungement. And I went down there, and I was scared. I was like, man, they can't help me.
Right.
And they did.
And they did.
And it brightened up my day. It made everything possible for me.
Let me ask you this. Well, how long did it take from you actually starting the process and to the end when you say, hey, did you get a letter in the mail saying hey, everything is clear, or you got a phone call? Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, when I got down there,
Mm-hmm.
everything was done that day for me. I'm not sure about anybody else.
Yeah.
But for that day, everything was clear for me. I'm not sure how it has changed because I haven't been on there in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it was that day.
It was that day.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That day. That's amazing. But you know what? I really appreciate you sharing this information. I really appreciate you sharing your time. Now, my question, if people have questions, is it okay if they contact you, or is it okay if they submit questions and I reach back out to you? You tell me.
Well, I think the first step, any questions, is to call down there to the criminal court clerk office and see when is the next expungement clinic.
Okay.
That's the best way to go down there, ask the questions, get everything together. You're right there. You're ready to go. You're ready to take care of these things, and don't have fear. Don't have fear. That's the number one thing I'll tell anybody. Have your questions and give them to them.
Mm-hmm.
They have the computer right there. They can pull up anything about you, and they can say, "Hey, we can do this for you."
Because I know they have a lot of clinics throughout the city, throughout the time, and I see them all the time. And then when you look, the line be just as long. So tell anybody, no matter what, stand in that line, no matter what, see where they're going. If not, go down to the county clerk and see what they can do for you.
What they can do for you. And remember, getting expungement is the first step. Now, what are you going to do after that?
That's most definitely correct. That's most definitely correct. I agree with you because it's so much going on in the community, and it's so much, and we need the people. Just because, like I said earlier, just because what you did, 15, 20 years ago, you're not the same person. Because I know I'm not.
Yeah.
I know I'm not. And I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. Is there anything lastly that you want to say to the people?
Well, I'd like to say, don't be afraid. Go down there and get your record expunged, or go down there and see what you need to do to get everything cleared up.
Yes, most.
And it'll lift the burden off you, and you can be more successful in life.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what we want to be. We want to be successful citizens, and we want to be able to go out here and vote with these elections. We want to be able to live where we want to live. We want to get the jobs that we want to get, and we don't want something that impacted our lives 15 years ago still have that cloud over us today. And I just want to thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it, y'all. Let me tell you this here. Like I told you, anything positive, we're going to always report, support, and be a part of. And that's why I had to get my classmate on here. I had to get my friend on here just to share their information. If you missed Channel 3, you can go back and look at it. But you can always find it on the street, doing our street talk right here. We're going to always continue to keep it real. Street